What up, good people? It's your boy Hayes, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, share to your friends, and also put the notification bell so that when I upload a new video, it should notify you that we're back. It's been a long time since we uploaded a new video, but now we're back, bigger and better. Please tell your friends that we're here so that we should discuss more of tips on how you can get your visas and anything to do with that. Stick around. Today's topic, we're going to discuss about the diversity visa lottery. Some of you have heard about the diversity visa lottery. Some of you haven't heard about this. So today I'm going to enlighten you about this topic. What is the diversity visa lottery? The diversity visa lottery, I would put it as the type of visa whereby one uses to immigrate to the United States of America. But how do you get the chance to get this visa? Is by playing this lottery that we're talking about today. The United States of America introduced a lottery whereby people play from different countries to get a chance to win an immigrant visa uh, to immigrate to the United States of America. And um, this lottery is always open in October and they close it in November, early days of November, each and every year. The people that are eligible to apply for this lottery are those who have a high school degree. In the United States of America, they call it a high school degree or high school diploma, but most countries it's called, um, like for myself, the country that I come from, Malawi, is called MACE. I'm sure we all know that when we finish high school in most schools, in most countries, you get to have a certain certificate. But also, if you don't have this certificate, you need to have a 2 years working experience non-stop. Like you have to have an experience of working at a certain company 2 years. Um, Age, there's no age limit. You can apply even if you're 70, just as long as you have these requirements that I've said. But there are some other countries whereby they are not eligible to apply. So I'll just mention one country that I know from Africa, which is Nigeria. Nigerians, they're not allowed to apply, but anywhere in Africa, you can apply. Let's talk about Ghana, Malawi, Kenya, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, South Africa. Like all these other African countries, you can apply and get the chance to immigrate to the United States. China is not allowed. I think Pakistan. The list, they are really allowed to apply this lottery. How do you apply for this lottery? This is very simple thing to do. It's a very simple process. It will even take you less than 10 minutes. What you need to do is you need to go to, on your Google, and you need to type this word DV program. There's no space there. DV program dot travel dot state dot gov, and then it will get you direct to where you can apply. So when you get there, you fill a simple form. You need to just be honest with yourself, because when you win and you were lying, it will affect your visa process, because the embassy will ask you questions whereby they're different from who you are, and when they do a background check, they realize that some of these things are false. So you need to be honest when you go there. You need to put your name, your surname, just like how they are on your passport or your national ID or whatever. And then you put your date of birth, you put the city where you're born from, and then you put your country, like where you're from. You put something. I think it also come with the qualifications. There's high school degree, like a bachelor's degree, high school but no degree, like you went to high school but you didn't graduate, like you didn't finish. So you tick where you think you belong, according to your qualifications. And also you tick somewhere if you're married, if they ask for your marital status, you put like single. If you're not married. If you're married, you put married, and then you will have to add the photos for those for the person you're married to. If you have children, you also have to put that. And this process requires you to have a passport photo, which is 600 by 600 in size, and it has to be saved in JPG format in your phone or whatever laptop, whatever gadget that you're using. And when you fill those, it will come whereby it will request you to put the photo, and then you just have to put that photo, and it'll accept if the photo is really in this format that I've said. It has this the sizes that I've mentioned, and then um, I think that's all. It's a very simple process. You even take you less than 10 minutes, and then you just submit. When you submit at the end, it'll come a confirmation number. Please make sure you save that number because that's what you need in order to check your results come May the other year, which is May 2025. So, in the world that we're living in right now, I think you can just take a screenshot, or else you can take a picture, or else you can write it down. Just make sure that it's correct. So, finally, let's talk about the final process now. You get selected, and what happens next? Uh, the whole process. So, always like the results come the other year in May, the early May most times. Like for example, the people applying in October 2024, October to November 2024, the results will come out May 2025. Now, when the results are out, you go use that confirmation number to check your results, and then you see that you've been selected. It's called a random selection. They select a lot of people, so you need to be very careful with your excitement. You need to follow the procedure that I'm going to talk about right now. This is how the process goes. You need to fill the form called DS260 form, which is an application form for your visa now. And then when you fill that, you need to be honest with your application, with your visa application form, because the embassy are gonna check everything and then gonna ask you most of these things that you've put on your DS260 form. And when you fill your form, let's say you need to make sure that you fill this form as soon as you check your results. As soon as you notice that you've been selected, fill that form and submit it. And then you keep your confirmation page, and then you wait for what we call the second notification letter. The first notification letter is the one that I've notified you that you have won, you've been selected. The second one is going to tell you that you've been scheduled for an interview to the embassy of your country, or the embassy that you chose when you were filling in the DS260 form. And this second email, second notification letter, I should put it that way, uh, will tell you what you need to have for you to go to the embassy to proceed with the process. So most of the times they require you to have your medicals done. They will give you the type of hospital, the specific hospital that they want you to go and do your medicals. The second thing they request is your police report. It has to be from your country, and if you have stayed in another country for more than 6 months, the other country also has to provide a police report, and they need you to have a birth certificate, and they also need you to have your qualifications. Let's say if you have a high school degree, you need to have your high school degree certified by a lawyer, and the confirmation page, which is as obvious, and your passport. So basically, I think these things can do. And then you go to the embassy on the particular day that they have assigned you. You go do your interviews. They will need money. No, the process is for free from the time that you've been applying to the time that you get your second notification later. This time now you need to start spending. This is when you need money, because the medicals will require you to have money. Obviously, the police report would require you to have money to you pay for this. And if you didn't have a birth certificate, also they will charge you. You need to pay something. So when you go to the embassy as well for the interview, they require you, I think, $330 to do this interview. But this interview is way different from most of these non-immigrant visas, because this one is a little bit soft than those other ones. And then when you get your visa, they will give you a sealed envelope which has your medicals for you to go with to the United States of America. You don't have to tamper that envelope, and you have to travel to the United States. And when you get to the border, you will meet what we call the CBP officer, Custom Border Patrol officer, who's going to ask you a few questions, but mostly they're not tough as those people that are going to the US on non-immigrant visas. They just need you to give them their, because the envelope belongs to them, even though it's yours, but it belongs to those officers that I've talked about. So they will require you to give them that envelope. Please don't tamper with it. Some people have gone into problems, have gone into troubles because of tampering with this envelope. You can even be sent back and lose your chance. So you don't have to touch that. Once they give you, please go and submit it to that officer, and then they're just gonna do a little check, and then they will tell you, "Welcome to America." Now that you're in the United States of America, I forgot one thing. This process needs you to have a host. If you don't have a host, someone who has a permanent residence or a citizenship in the US, please, when you win, make sure you find this person online. You can find many of them online. People, they even have a business whereby they host people, you pay them. So you can find that person. And then when you get to the US, the CBP officer will ask you, should we send the green card to your host, or are you changing direction from here? And then you just tell them, you can send it to my host, and then they'll send the green card there. Within a few days, you get your social security number, and then you find a job, start your life in the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the diversity visa lottery, the whole process. Thank you.